Hello and welcome to Reality TV News Update, where you'll find the most recent news, entertaining moments, and exclusive behind-the-scenes content. There is a comfort in the familiar when viewers tune into one of the longest-running reality competition franchises on television, such as Survivor's Jungle Camp, Big Brother's Lockdown House, or The Amazing Race's Global Dash. These three shows have defined CBS's primetime unscripted television for decades. But what does the future hold for these stalwarts as the media landscape continues to change with streaming, declining linear viewership, and rising production costs? CBS executives recently discussed exactly that, how the network will balance its legacy of unscripted hits with a renewed push into scripted programming, as well as how its big three competition shows will develop, remain relevant, and continue airing for the foreseeable future. The Big Three's past. Each of these shows is a titan in its own right. Survivor, launched in 2000, brought the concept of castaways marooned, forming alliances, voting one another out, navigating terrain and social game alike, and became a cultural phenomenon in the early 2000s. A different flavor was offered by Big Brother, which also debuted in 2000 and featured house guests isolated, under surveillance, forming alliances, backstabbing, and live evictions. The Amazing Race, which debuted in 2001, combined travel, competition, and teamwork in a way that few network television shows had ever done before. Each has amassed millions of viewers, enduring hostships, and most importantly, audience familiarity and trust over time. The audience has come to appreciate the consistency. They know they're going to get quality year after year and show after show, according to one CBS studio executive. That continuity is important to CBS. Unscripted hits remain a kind of bedrock as the network enters a transitional period in which scripted series are regaining investment after several years of focusing on cost savings from unscripted shows. "We don't see the shows going anywhere anytime soon," CBS Entertainment President Amy Reisenbach stated, despite the network's strategic shift towards scripted content. The strategic move to scripted while maintaining reality. The turbulent history of network television is well known. Many demographics are seeing a decline in linear viewership, production costs are continuing to rise, and streaming platforms are putting additional demands on content pipelines. In light of this, CBS is getting ready to add new dramas and comedies to its scripted lineup for 2026 and beyond, as part of what the network calls building the strongest lineup in the company's history. However, CBS appears to be employing a hybrid strategy rather than abandoning its unscripted staples, maintaining the dependable franchise hits while layering in new scripted offerings. "This is really our way of planting our flag and cutting through the noise to say we're back and we're back in a big way," Reisenbach stated. Specifically, regarding The Amazing Race, CBS confirmed that it will continue alongside Survivor and Big Brother when the network ramps up its scripted focus. "The shows are not going anywhere anytime soon," Reisenbach affirmed. The network sees its long-running reality properties as foundational pillars rather than disposable leftover fare. CBS is a safe, unscripted anchor despite industry shifts, thanks to their predictable schedules, loyal audiences, and brand recognition. What's next for each series? Survivor. Survivor is getting ready for its 50th season and recently celebrated its 49th. According to reporting, next year's landmark season is being described as "in the hands of the fans," hinting at new formats or interactive elements. CBS's confidence in the show's longevity is demonstrated by the fact that seasons 51 and 52 are already in pre-production. Additionally, the show's longtime host, Jeff Probst, remains committed and publicly shows no signs of quitting. To put it another way, even though Survivor's mechanics and perhaps even its theme might change, its presence is certain. The island torch vote trope is still relevant to both returning and new viewers, but the show may be given new twists to keep it fresh and relevant into the future. Big Brother. Big Brother continues apace as well, with its 27th season premiering recently under CBS's banner. Also, host Julie Chen Moonves is still in charge, and there is no indication that she plans to retire. Despite the fact that she stated in external news sources that she would remain as long as Probst and Keegan are there, a possible all-winners edition of the show is being rumored, which would benefit devoted viewers and increase event status appeal. The continuation of Big Brother provides CBS with a summertime live television centerpiece with a steady rhythm and devoted audience. The Incredible Race. Season 38 of The Amazing Race is currently airing, and it features a cast that is entirely made up of Big Brother contestants. This crossover concept is an attempt to revive the format and utilize the synergy between CBS reality shows. Reinforcing the network's commitment, casting for Season 39 has already begun. Host Phil Keegan remains in place. According to CBS, the show will remain on the schedule for the foreseeable future. What's clear, although global travel costs and production complexity have been challenges, especially post-pandemic, CBS views The Amazing Race as an important brand with international appeal and global scope, a unique asset in its reality catalog. Why these shows still matter? Several themes emerge when CBS is asked why it would keep these unscripted icons while increasing the amount of scripted content. With Survivor, Big Brother, and The Amazing Race, viewers know what to expect, which contributes to brand recognition and longevity. That consistency strengthens network scheduling and lowers risk. The network is strategically looking at the schedule, not just in the immediate, but far down the road, according to one executive. Reliability and live appeal. In this day and age of streaming and fragmented viewing, live or near-live shows that make appointments to watch them are important. Still generating social buzz, interactives, and real-time engagement are unscripted competition series. Cost-effectiveness versus risk. While scripted series often require larger budgets, longer episodes, and higher stakes, reality formats like these can be more predictable in production, familiar in format, and more resilient. It is prudent for a network facing budget constraints to maintain established unscripted brands. Platform for cross-promotion. CBS has a built-in ecosystem with these long-running properties. It is possible for contestants from one show to move on to another. Crossover formats, such as Amazing Race with Big Brother alumni, keep things interesting and reward viewers who stick around. This internal synergy helps reduce marketing risk. Adaptability and evolution. The shows aren't static. For instance, in previous seasons of The Amazing Race, new features like the Mega Leg, the Yield, and a more international focus were introduced. By signaling that evolution is ongoing, CBS reassures viewers that these formats remain relevant, not stuck in the past. Challenges and considerations. Of course, keeping long-running shows relevant comes with its own challenges. There are some obstacles for CBS and these franchises. Vitae fatigue. A show entering its 50th season must avoid becoming formulaic to avoid viewer fatigue. Fans may want new twists, new locations, or higher stakes. Production cost escalation. Particularly for The Amazing Race, which tours the globe, costs and logistical complexity can significantly rise. Viewer habit shifts. Streaming and on-demand viewing continue to erode traditional live viewership. Networks must innovate to keep audiences coming live or tuning in at scheduled times. Competition from streaming reality. Other platforms may produce reality competition formats that feel fresher or more niche. It is essential to stay ahead of these trends. Host retention and succession planning. Although the present hosts, Probst, Chen Moonves, and Keegan, will continue to anchor the franchise, their eventual departure will raise significant concerns about how to maintain the franchise's identity going forward. CBS appears to be acknowledging these concerns. For instance, the network clearly states the shows will continue for the foreseeable future, but also emphasizes that future seasons are already in pre-production, indicating long-term planning rather than reactive renewal. And by introducing new cast dynamics, such as The Amazing Race's Big Brother crossover, they demonstrate evolution is ongoing. What this means for viewers and fans. What should you take away from CBS's comments if you watch any of these shows or are a fan of any of them? Assurance of continuity. The network has pledged to keep all 3 primetime shows in the near future, so fans need not be concerned that they will disappear soon. Expect some refreshes. Just because the brands remain doesn't mean nothing changes. Look for format tweaks, new casting angles, bigger stakes, or cross-show synergies. Opportunity for engagement. As the network builds its strongest lineup, these reality flagship shows may receive more prominent scheduling, promotion, and tie-ins. Watch how scripted and unscripted interact. With CBS ramping scripted offerings, the unscripted hits may benefit via lead-in placements, themed nights, or strategic scheduling to maximize audience flow. Keep an eye on casting changes. As these shows progress into more than 50 seasons like Survivor, casting becomes increasingly important to keep things interesting and compelling. For instance, The Amazing Race 38's observation that its cast consisted entirely of former Big Brother players indicates innovation. A look ahead. Let's paint a picture of what the next few years might hold for each series, based on the network's comments and industry indicators. Survivor will likely keep its central concept intact, maroon contestants, alliances, votes, challenges, but may introduce interactive audience elements given the In the Hands of the Fans subtitle for Season 50. CBS has already scheduled Seasons 51 and 52, so it's likely that future seasons will be planned ahead. One might expect increased celebrity editions, international variants, or VIP versions to keep the momentum. Given its interactive live eviction model, Big Brother may focus more on event-style seasons, all winners, spin-offs, celebrity editions, possibly more live events, and more immersive social media engagement. CBS's desire for consistency is reflected in the stable central host and format. The Amazing Race may keep putting an emphasis on casting twist seasons, alumni and cross-show players, broadening the scope of the locations, possibly adding new game mechanics, and monetizing the show's global Trek appeal further. Even though costs have gone up, the network's assurance that the show will continue is a sign of confidence. CBS may use reality shows as lead-ins for new series or pair unscripted flagship nights with strong scripted premieres to increase audience retention. A programming architecture of this kind can help in maximizing audience retention. Brand extensions and digital engagement